Tell like where the head studs are at.
Right here. See all these bolts right here?
Yeah, so those are
right down here, see them? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And there's another row on the bottom. 4. This more. I'm gonna see if it'll hold that up for you. Is that good?
I don't think it will hold
Yeah,
it.
it might put too much pressure on the phone.
Yeah, I think it's probably too much.
That's all we're gonna get. I'm thinking that'll get us where we need to go.
You got shell? Yeah. It's peeing.
Yep, it is. That's from the oil cooler. I'm gonna go back up and then you try to push that back around just a little bit.
Sorry?
Can you push the back that way a little bit?
Toward Jordan?
Yeah. Try to catch the rim of that. There we go. Alright. Oh, grab that piece of wood, will you?
Oh, yeah. One final check to make sure we're good. This is nerve-wracking, but it looks like we're fine. Still nerve-wracking though. We got about 10 miles to go to get to the shop. Nerve-wracking. Why I don't want to repaint my car until I get my own house and garage. Look at all this. There was most definitely a cat all over my car, and my apartment complex has like tons of cats. And not only that, but they mow the grass and do a bunch of stuff which is right by the cars on a weekly basis, so my paint's probably not going to get any better while I'm living in my apartment, which is why I'm doing engine and suspension stuff now. And then once I get a house and a garage, then we'll repaint her. You have my word. If you're still following me in a couple years, we'll get a sick paint job or a sick wrap or whatever. But just so you know, this engine stuff, after it's said and done, labor, tuning, parts, all of it, I'm going to be spending around $8 grand. So the thing already sounds somewhat like it's got, even after fixing the vacuum leaks, it still sounds like it's somewhat got a cam in it, but it doesn't. Listen, it sounds like it has a little bit of a lope to it. She's like, I want to elope, Jordan. Elope me. Let's elope. I would love to be eloped with you. It's time for the lopity-lope. I'm already starting to feel the lope, and I'm not even cam swap yet. That's Babe talking to me. Like, but you can't hear her words. You can just hear her. She's talking. That's how she speaks. See, that is her language. It's called Cobrish. She speaks Cobrish. That is the language she speaks. Cobrish. What, babe? Oh, you love me? See, we speak Cobrish. As you guys can probably tell, I did end up getting the long block and not just the short block, and the reason is he wasn't going to sell me the whole long block. He was going to sell the heads and the short block separately, but then he was thinking, maybe I should just go ahead and sell him the whole block. And it ended up making more sense for both of us to just sell me the entire block, because now I don't have to do new head gaskets. I don't have to remachine my heads, because I was going to remachine them. They don't have to be remachined, but with 134,000 miles on the block, I wanted to go ahead and remachine them. So this saves me a good bit of money and labor. I don't have to put on the heads. I don't have to put the cams in the heads. The cams are already in that block, so I don't have to install the cams. The point is, I found a way that I could save more money, and it just made sense, and I'm getting brand new heads basically that have already been refreshed. His have already had new parts put in them, and they already have the cams, the springs, and the retainers that I want. And so that leaves me with very little to do. All I have to do is get a couple of bolts and some timing chains, and I've already got the head cooling mod and a couple of sprockets that I already need. This started as something that might take 2 months to do. 2 months of downtime with the car. 2 months of me not being able to drive the car, make videos with you guys. It turned into what's going to take about 2 weeks, which is pretty awesome, and I'm gonna have the car for this week. So the car's only really going to be down for about a week. So for me, being a content creator and also being someone who's not trying to do the ultimate build and build the crap out of my block, it made more sense for me to buy his full long block. Now with that said, my long block is now going to be for sale because I need to recoup some of that money and I don't have anywhere to put the long block. I'm gonna start at $1,800. If any of you guys want the long block, please let me know in the comments below, or you can send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, same name on Facebook, Jordan Miller, or TikTok if you're on TikTok. Yeah, I want to get this thing sold. I felt like $1,800 was a pretty good price for the whole long block. Granted, it needs some work. If it was brand new, fully redone, I'd be charging around $4 grand for the long block, but this obviously needs some refreshing, so it is going to have to be taken apart. So you're going to have to pay for labor, so I don't want to charge too much. So $1,800, heads, cams, pistons, rods, crank, block. What you're really getting is a crank, pistons, rods, none of that stuff needs to be replaced. And the block, if I were you guys, I would resurface it. If we were going to resurface it, the heads, I would resurface those as well. And then all the little things like valve guides and head gaskets and maybe piston rings. My piston rings might actually be fine. I don't know. My engine hasn't been taken apart. If I'm gonna sell it, I don't wanna take it apart. I just wanna sell it for a price that makes sense for someone knowing that they're gonna build the whole thing anyways. So really, my long block is a good block for someone who's going to tear down their block and build their car anyways. Maybe someone that has a 2-valve or a Fox body that wants to put a Cobra motor in there and build the crap out of it. You were going to tear down the block anyways. So for someone like that, this would be a fantastic deal. If you're looking just to get an engine, just to throw in a car, I probably wouldn't get mine because it needs some work. But if you're someone who's looking to build a motor like crazy, like 1,000 horsepower, or even just 800, 900 horsepower, and you want to refresh it, then by all means, $1,800. I will find out what shipping costs, and you know, I may cover that. If it's a lot, I may ask you to cover it, but yeah, I wanted to tell you guys first that I'm selling it, as opposed to just posting it up on Facebook and Facebook Marketplace and all those Facebook places, because I know once I put it on there, I'm gonna get lowballed. People are gonna be dickheads about it and be like, oh, your block is only worth $1,000. I'm fine with negotiating, but I would love to get $1,800 for this block. I would let it go like as soon as it's out, ship it straight to you. Good stuff. You would have the block. You would have the block out of the world famous Terminator Cobra from the review. My block is not out of my car yet as of today, but in the next couple of days, we're going to go ahead and take it out And in the next few weeks, my car will be back together with a brand new motor, with a cam and some other goodies. And so I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too with that. I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. I hope you have a happy new year. I might be releasing one more video tomorrow, just recapping my whole year with you guys, and maybe I will do that if you guys want that. And I'll make another video kind of going over the price of what we have into this build as opposed to refreshing my whole block. Maybe. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. My arm is getting really tired. I will see you guys next video. Much love.